themselves and not on on President Obama. The most recent poll that I have in front of me is actually from the CNN poll from last week that indicated 54% of those who were covered in the poll were not trying to send a message to President Obama with their vote. Of those who, I would say on top of that, 17% of voters said that they were trying to send a message to President Obama in the context of the election, and that was a message of support to the president. So I think that is an indication that that the vast majority of voters are making a decision on Election Day based on the merits associated with the candidates at the top of the ballot. And we've seen in a number of ways that the president has sought to boost the prospects of those individual candidates, whether it's raising money or campaigning or lending his campaign infrastructure's expertise. Okay. Jim?
John. Is today a referendum on the president?
Well, Jim, I think as your own poll that I cited earlier indicates, it's not. The fact is the voters, again, the voters who at least picked up the phone to talk to people who are conducting a poll for CNN indicated that that at least a majority of them were not trying to send a message to the president with their vote, that something else was driving their decision.
And that show that the American people, though, see the country moving in the wrong direction. Though,
yeah,
right?
but it's tough to discount those CNN polls, though, isn't it?
It is tough.
It is. Probably tougher for you than for me. But
really good polling unit.
It's true.
No question about it.
It's true.
But you can cherry pick certain metrics, but the American people do believe that the country is moving in the wrong direction. The president's had 6 years to get the country moving in the right direction. And you have a lot of Republican candidates in some pretty key states and states that the president won who are running against the president. They're not running against so much the candidate on the other side of the aisle. They're running against the president. Isn't that fair to say?
Well, again, I think you have to look at what the vote. I think what the important thing here is what's driving the voters' decisions. The folks at CNN who do some good work on this have obviously unearthed some data on this. I think there'll be more data in the form of exit polls tonight that will give us greater insight into what's driving the vote. I don't think it's a particularly controversial notion to cite that most voters, I think, are deciding who to vote for based on the name that's on the ballot, not the name that's not. And